Hello, everybody.
Time to work with some plural nouns. Here we go. Before we begin, make sure that you have your hard and fast rules for making plural nouns green sheet in order to write down examples along with me as I do them on the screen. The very first rule that we're going to go over with plural nouns will be when you have a word that ends with an S, a CH, an SH, an X, or a Z. If you have one of these words, I'm just going to show you on the screen here. I'm going to draw a T-chart for us. If you have a word that ends in one of these letters, then make sure that you add an ES to the ending. This will keep you within the rules of plural nouns. Some examples of these words would be a word like bus. If I have the word bus, I would add an ES. So as you can see, this word ends with an S. So because of that, we need to add an ES to the end of the word. I also want to show you an example of a word that ends with CH. An example of that would be something like church. So if I have church, again, ending with CH, then I have to add an ES to the end. Some other quick examples that you can add would be the word box. Again, ES on the end. We also have a word like buzz. And to make it buzzes, I add an ES to the end. The only other example that we'll need to add is a word that ends with an SH, like the word crash. If we add an ES, again, we have the plural word now, which is crashes. So, as you can see, with plural nouns ending with S, CH, SH, X, and Z, we should add an ES when we want to make it more than one.
When making a noun plural that ends in Y, you must look at the letter before the Y. In this first example, we have the word baby. The letter before the Y is a B. B is a consonant letter. With B being a consonant letter, we erase or remove the Y and change it to I and add ES. In another example, we have the word duty. In the word duty, the letter T comes before the Y. Once again, we need to remove the Y, changing the Y to I and adding ES. In another example, we have the word joy. The word joy also ends in Y, however, the letter before Y is a vowel. In this situation, we only need to add an S. The second example for this one would be the word monkey. In the word monkey, once again, the letter before the Y is a vowel and all we need to do is add an S.
We also have a rule for plural nouns containing the letters F or FE. If you look on the left side of the screen, you're going to see the word wolf, which has an F at the end of it. In order to make that mean more than one wolf, 2, 3, 4, 15, doesn't matter, you're going to drop that F and add a VE. So your word becomes wolf, and then of course adding the S to make it plural. If you have plural nouns using the letters FE, you're going to drop those, like in the word life, and you're going to make it lives or lives, depending on how it's used in the sentence and the context that surrounds it. So as you see, anytime you have an F or an FE, you're going to drop that and make it a VES.
When you encounter a noun that ends with the letter O, you look at the letter before it. If it's a consonant, we just simply add ES. If you encounter a word like zoo, which has a vowel before the O, then we simply add S. However, for the example that you're going to be doing in class, you simply want to stick with zeros.
Another plural noun rule that we need to follow is anytime you have a US and you want to make a word plural, you have to change it to an I. Okay, so if you look at the examples below, we have the words cactus, and at the end you see the letters US, so we drop those and turn that into an I, and now our word cactus becomes cacti, like you see here, more than one. Over here you see the word fungus, ending in a US, we drop it again, it becomes fungi, and over here you see fungi, multiple pieces of fungus. Fungi, also a nickname for Mr. Gingrich. The last thing you need to do tonight are write down some words that do not follow the regular rules of plural nouns. If you look on the left, you'll see common irregular plurals. A word like goose becomes geese, woman, women, child, children, or foot to feet. You'll see that we do not add an S to these words, yet we change them just a little bit differently, so be very careful. On the right, you'll see words like buffalo, moose, aircraft, and fish, which are nouns that don't change at all, whether we're talking about 1 or we're talking about 20. I hope that you learned something tonight, and we'll see you in class tomorrow.